this is Sims, and we are back with more Men of Yoshiwara Kikuya, and we're in Iroha's route, and we're in Chapter 9, so I don't know if we're like mid-Chapter 9 or closer to the end, I'm not sure. But we in Chapter 9, so yeah. We'll probably get a couple more parts, because he does have 4 of the side things, I think, so. Anyway, let's keep going. The next morning, as I talked to Iroha and headed towards the entrance, there was the woman who visited the shop last night. And that woman, I suddenly became worried. It's fine. And so please get home safely today. Yes. I took Iroha-san's hand and tangled my fingers in between his. I made a promise with him only inside my heart. I wish that he would only love me.
Well, if it's a request from a client, I guess I have no choice.
Just then, my ears picked up the voices of the boss of the red light district and a customer in conversation. So you'll let me spend time with Iroha tonight, right?
Yes, I'll speak to Iroha about that.
He's the manager, so there's a boss who owns the entire red light district? Seems interesting. She is an old customer of mine. When I saw the suffering on his face, I could tell that Iroha-san was also in a tough situation. But if the boss of the red light district asks me, I cannot refuse. But Iroha-san, there's a part of me that feels that I can't forgive him. How painful. It's not his fault. I wish that the world would just end right here and now. Wow, that's a little overdramatic. Okay, now you're acting like a teenage girl. I mean, okay. We're like, you want to stop time or something, but the world would just end right now. Wow, that's a little dramatic. If so, then everything would stop with the way it was before, when it was just Iroha-san and me. Before I could lose my head, I ran away from that place. Spacey-san. Behind me, I could hear Iroha-san's voice calling out to stop me. I confined myself to my room and desperately tried to calm myself down. If I see him now, I would probably end up taking an unsavory attitude with him. Just then, there was someone calling me from outside of my room. Spacey-san. My body shuddered. There's no mistake about it. This voice is... I've come again. Iroha-san. May I come in? With his soft voice, Iroha-san opened the sliding door to my room. I couldn't stop worrying about you since you left like that. In front of me was Iroha-san, smiling with a distressed look on his face. As soon as I saw him, I spoke without thinking. Please run away with me. Spacey-san. I clung to Iroha-san and looked up at his face in a begging manner. I can't stand the idea of you spending time with another woman. So you're asking me to run away? And that's impossible. He didn't take it at all seriously and laughed out loud. That means you're going to sleep with her, right? Why can't you do that with her but not with me? It's too cruel. I collapsed onto my knees right there. Iroha-san held my body tightly. I don't want him to be kind like this. Tears swelled up in my eyes along with frustration and sadness. Spacey-san, you said that you're just a manager. You said that you don't take clients anymore. Oh, the ogre is... I'm not a good man. Iroha-san held in his hands... Iroha-san held in his hands my cheeks that were wet with tears. And then he looked down into my eyes with sadness. The expression on his face made my heart ache, causing my tears to flow out in excess. Me too. I'm sorry. In my head, I understand that this is your job, but... Iroha-san traced the flow of my tears with his fingertips, and he softly kissed me where he had traced. The fact is that I'm hurting you. For that, I should not be forgiven. That's not true. His lips slowly moved upwards and pressed against my eyelid. And then his tongue slowly crawled to my eyelid. That's weird. I realized just how much I adored his lips. I can't forgive myself. Iroha-san? His eyes were sad and gentle. Could this be an ogre? Is he really an ogre? Could an ogre be a creature so tender-hearted as this? Whatever it is, it doesn't change the fact that Iroha-san is who he is. That he's the person that I want so much. There's also another fact that won't change. But would you mind listening to my story? I'd like to tell you what happened after you left. While holding me tightly, Iroha rubbed my back to calm me, all the while telling his story in a gentle voice. She had an affair with another gentleman of the night, without the consent of the shop or myself. What? In Yoshiwara, things like that are forbidden.
So she can't go down to the dime store after she's been at the dollar store. Like, look, you shopping at, like, what's a really high-end department store? I don't know. You can't go to the dollar store after that. But, like, I guess because the boss is the owner of all the red light districts, so he fucking knows, but...
And yet, for her to show up like nothing happened, and just when I thought that I had to talk to everyone, she got up and left. But how is that so clear? I have the blood of an ogre in me. I have no desire to have a child that would be put through the things I went through. And that's why I wouldn't do something like that. It's extremely difficult to believe that that woman holds my child. No, it's impossible. The fact she had that child is the evidence that she had affairs with someone other than me. It seemed that I could catch glimpses of Iroha-san's difficult past from the words that he spoke. At the same time, I also understood that I wouldn't be able to have his baby. That's why... You won't sleep with me? Yes. With a look on Iroha-san's face that I've never seen before. Okay, so I get it. So, like, on this island, the red light district, so we can sleep with him, but then we can't go and sleep with someone else. Once you pick your man, that's your man. Okay? But, like, there is nothing stopping me from, like, moving to the mainland and finding a husband. I'm just saying. But I guess in the theory of, let's just pretend nothing else exists outside this island. And the theory of the island is like, well, if I ever wanted to have a kid in, like, 5 years, well, I'm never going to have one because... What are you saying? You just choose not to impregnate people? That's not how it works. Because you can't... You know what? So obviously a human and an ogre can have a baby because, hello, he's proof of it. But, like, he can still... But he's choosing... So... But, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm choosing not to impregnate you. How do you do that? Because that'd be a nice trick for people to learn. It's like an ogre thing, because that is a skill that I think would come in handy. Like, I'm just saying. Anyway, with a look on Iroha-san's face that I've never seen before, he tightly bit his lips in frustration. Then all of a sudden you're like, well, that's good, because I don't want fucking kids. He passionately laid his lips upon mine. His kiss was forcefully thrust upon me as if it was his first time. Ever so sweetly and deeply, he assaulted my lips. We kissed over and over, devouring each other. And then his hot tongue invaded my mouth. At first sight, everyone is pleased by my appearance. He continued to hold me tight and kiss me like he was devouring me. They would say it... And then he's huffing, but I don't... I don't know how to huff. Anyway, like my inner happiness didn't matter. His lips gently left mine. And as Iroha-san stared at me, and I could see a glance of something that was close to resignation. Everyone said the same thing in the beginning. But before long, those feelings would change. They'd want to have children and would want me to make them feel more satisfied. Oh, that's what they would all say. Despite the fact I'm a gentleman of the night, I couldn't give them what I should be giving. I'm sorry, I'm still thinking about... Are you saying that you can't have kids? Because, one, you don't know that. Or you just weren't actually sleeping with any of the women. Like you should have been. Or you can... I'm just really confused at how... What exactly are you saying? I'm going to need you to spell it out for me. Like... You know you can't have kids? Because how do you know that? But, okay, sure. You're just not sleeping with the women, or you were like, I can just... not impregnate you by choice? Because that's, again, that's a... I'm just really curious. That is more unbelievable than the ogre thing. Like, okay, yeah, sure, you turn into an ogre. Okay. Oh, you could just magically turn off the ability to impregnate. Sure, okay, whatever. Like, anyway. I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I am not like other girls. Anyway. But I'm not like that. Because I've held on up until now. So do you think you can keep holding on in the future? That's not my intention. I want you to be happy. And that's what I hope for. But... then why did you accept her story? Because I need to investigate the other gentleman she slept with. But to relieve your worries, I plan to take action as soon as today. What do you plan on doing? Yudoha-san narrowed his eyes and smiled coldly. Obviously, if they hadn't slept together, she wouldn't be in there like, this is your baby. He'd be like, I never had sex with you. Because it's up to the gentleman to decide if he's going to do that. So there is nothing saying that a woman is paying, that she is paying for the, because you wouldn't be like, I just paid to get laid and he didn't do it. You're paying money and it's the gentleman's decide. So you're just going to constantly keep paying money to go see them and like thinking maybe it'll lead to something, but it may never. That's kind of the way he inferred, right? And earlier in his path. So like, it's not like she would be like, this is your kid. And he's like, we never had sex. Yeah, we did. Like, you know what I mean? They had to have slept together for her to be claiming that, so. Anyway. Yudoha-san narrowed his eyes and smiled coldly. As soon as I saw that, I felt worried. If you come, you'll see, all right? Won't you please come? I mean, I'm trying to, but you are just not putting out, so it's difficult. What? Nothing. This game makes me so inappropriate. I'm already inappropriate, but this game makes it worse. It was the first time that he emphasized something like this. When I visited Kikuya as told, there were many gentlemen at the entrance. They were all watching with serious expressions on their faces. I wonder what's going on. Iroha, I rushed over here since you said you would take care of me. She spoke in a joy-filled voice to break the tense atmosphere. But when she did, it only served to make the gentlemen's faces more tense and severe. Bring him here. Iroha? What's with this atmosphere? And why are all these gentlemen here? All these gentlemen. Girl, she didn't just like have a side piece. She had a lot of side pieces. The woman's words were quickly ignored. Obeying Yudoha-san's instructions, an attendant appeared. And the person that appeared with him was... What? A gentleman of the night. He was a beautiful man with impressive almond-shaped eyes. Do you recognize this gentleman? No, I don't. It's meaningless to lie, since there are so many ways to make you tell the truth. The woman's face instantly turned pale. Then, she collapsed onto the floor and began apologizing. She briefly looked at Iroha-san with a pleading look and then pushed her head to apologize. I'm sorry. I just wanted a baby so much. Forgive me. We would normally follow our rules, but some time has already passed since this all began. So why don't we settle this by saying that you're forbidden from ever entering Yoshiwara again? And this will be communicated to all the shops in Yoshiwara. Iroha, I'm sorry. But Iroha, I do really... I have no interest in you. It's the same now as it was then. Nothing has changed. He's so fucking cold, but I love him. The woman was then carried by some attendants and kicked out of Kikuya. And from Yoshiwara as well. But why is it that the gentleman's expressions still remain tense? As for the gentleman that was brought out, his lips had become blue and he was trembling in fear. Well, we'll be welcoming guests after this, so everyone get yourselves ready. And you all right? And you all right there? And you all right there? Without looking at him at all, he spoke to that pale gentleman of the night. Yes? Have you prepared yourself? I'll deal with you later. How would this guy know, though? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just confused. So, like, it's a rule. So, like, I come into Kikuya. Woo! I'm picking Iroha. Yeah, he's my man. Once I'm boning him, I can't choose another man. I can't go to another shop. I can't get another dude. So he's my only, like, thing. Okay. Obviously, but this woman did. She went to another shop. Boop, boop, boop. Boned some other dude. Does this guy work at Kikuya? Is that what it is? She was seeing other guys on the side, like how Tokiwa got banned because he stole Takao's girlfriend? Or one of his clients. Okay, whatever. You know what I mean? So, like, does the lover guy work here where he would know? I know this woman is seeing Iroha, so I shouldn't be banging her, but he's doing it anyway? To get some side money? Or, like, if he worked in another shop, how the fuck would you know? How would you know? Hey, so that lady with, like, black hair... I mean, like, legit, right? Like, how would you know? Like, did you see that woman that kind of looked Japanese? Did she come into your shop? Because I mean, that could just apply to, like, fucking everyone. Like, I'm just, like, and then, like, unless you draw sketches. Okay, here's a sketch portfolio of, like, because there wasn't pictures. There might have been pictures. But they didn't have pictures, okay? They're not taking pictures, but, like, these are all my clients, and you pass it around, so, like, don't beware of this woman, because I've already slept with her. How would you know that she wasn't sneaking down the block? Because it's not like every single shop knows every single woman, and, like, what if I went in here and, like, I could choose another gentleman before I've boned him, right? Like, so, oh, hey, you're entertaining me, and then I'm like, I haven't quite chosen you yet. I could go to another shop, so I could be, like, my first visit here, pick this guy, and then be like, I'm gonna go to this shop. I can browse, I can window shop, right? I haven't, like, purchased anything yet. I mean, technically, yes, you've paid money, but I meant, like, you know, I haven't slept with you yet, so I haven't actually bought the cow. I'm just milk sampling, right? By going around and just seeing what you got. And window shopping, then I might be taking samples. But, like, now I bought the cow. How do you know that I went down the street and also bought a cow? Like, I mean, you don't know. I'm just really confused. You have to take my word of honor. But, I mean, obviously, so I feel bad for this guy, because he, like, how would he know? This woman might have come in and he didn't realize that she was already, like, sleeping with someone else. So it's not really his fault. That's all I'm saying. The gentleman that he spoke to hung his head down deeply. I mean, obviously, he must work at Kikuya, and that's how he knows, but... I pulled Iroha's sleeve and asked him a question in a small voice. Iroha-san, how will you deal with him? When he turned around, I saw that he had put a feigned smile on his face. It wasn't my child, right? Yes? A room has been prepared today. So shall we head there? I noticed that he dodged my question. I kept quiet as I was led to that place. I wonder why that gentleman was so frightened. How exactly is he going to be dealt with? Even after I was shown into the room, I couldn't stop worrying about that. Spacey-san, are you still suspicious? No, I'm not, but... Was the reason that he didn't answer my question earlier because he didn't want to answer? Could that be it? Is that why he tried to change the topic? I directed a smile at Iroha-san. I just felt relieved. And what happens? Okay. So, like, it sounds like, what are you going to do? You're going to fucking kill him? You're going to, like, off this guy? So what happens if I'm here and I'm seeing this guy and then you whack him because he was boning somebody else's... Now I'm fucked? Not literally? So, like, okay, so you just killed my lover that I was paying for, and, like, do I get to choose another guy now? Is that, like, an exception to the rule? Or, like, because he made a mistake and you
whatever, he's no longer a gentleman of the night, you banned him, you murdered him, whatever the fuck you did. Whatever weird kind of shit you have. I can't see anyone else? Or is that like, oh, we're just gonna pretend you're fine. What if you were young, right? You're like a 20-year-old girl, you start seeing this guy, and then he retires. Do I get to choose? I want to know the rules. I don't know why it intrigues me so much to know the fucking rules, but I want to know the fucking rules. It's pointless to know the rules because none of this applies, but I want to know them. Like, am I the only one that just really wants to know these fucking rules? I don't know why I overthink this shit, but I'm just really curious. Anyway, I just felt relieved. Oh, really? Oh, well then, that's good. As soon as he said that, he held my whole body tight. And then he loosened the strength in his arms. It's funny that, I mean, I get it. Because you'd feel the same way. You kind of fell in love with someone and then all of a sudden all their ex-girlfriends are coming back and you'd be like, you had sex with all these bitches. It would kind of bother you. Like, you know, when you get to a certain age, you're like, you know most likely the person that you date has had sex with other people. But it's still weird if they're always parading around in front of you. Like, you're like, it's a little awkward and strange. Okay. Like me, I'm not friends with any of my exes. So, like, a new man does not have to deal with, like, oh, this is my best friend and we used to fuck all the time because we were dating, but now we're just pals. The fuck I believe that you don't have any, like, special feelings still. Like, I don't know about that. Like, I also have trust issues just from lots of bad relationships, so could just be me. But I'd still be like, really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe that. Okay. So it's gonna be awkward. And then it's gonna be even... But like, the weird thing is like, she's really like, oh my god, you have a child with some woman? I mean, this is like, they weren't using protection. And I doubt any of these women are on birth control. And I don't think they all had vasectomies. And women come here to get pregnant. So how many of these men, aside from Kageru, because he'd never touched a woman, but like, all the rest of them, how many kids do you think they have? Because I'm just banking on a few. Although Toki was questionable, because don't you think some of you would have been like, that's an interesting little blonde child running around? That seems out of place here. Nah, it's not Tokiwa's kid. You would fucking know if it was his kid. You'd fucking know. But anyway. And then he loosened the strength in his arms. Of course, back in this time period, I don't know what birth control methods they had, because they had different shit, but like, maybe, but... Then his handsome face slowly came close to me. Without thinking, I pushed his lips back with my hand. Whoa. Yeah, I mean, that's my face too right now. I understand why you won't sleep with me, but would you mind closing your eyes when we kiss? I slowly took my hand away from Iroha-san's lips and stared at him. You noticed. Just recently, yeah. How awkward would that be? I don't think I've ever kissed someone with my eyes open. I just feel like, I'm just imagining it right now, right? So you're like, you're kissing someone, it's not like heat of the moment, and then you're like staring at the... Don't you feel like this is awkward and it's breaking my concentration and I'm now looking at you, and instead of processing the feeling, like literally what you were actually feeling and your emotion behind making out with this person, right? You're literally like staring in the eyes and you're like, I'm trying to make sure my eyes don't look crazy. Like, this is like too much input, right? I just feel like that'd be awkward. Like, just imagine, what happens if you're like focusing on what you're doing and you just look dead in the eyes and someone is looking at you while they're kissing you and they're like, the fuck? Why you look dead in the eye? I just don't see that being a situation that wouldn't be fucking awkward. All I'm saying. I don't know. It's like sleeping with your eyes open. Why? What? What? Who? No, there's something wrong with that. Anyway. Just recently, yeah. But when I think back on it, your eyes were always open. And it's not like I was trying to hide it. And actually, in his little sprite, when he kisses you, his eyes are closed, but... Aren't they? Oh. I thought that eventually I won't be able to satisfy you anymore, and you would leave me. But when I thought about that, I just couldn't help but stare at you. Why was he thinking of something so sad?
I held both of Iroha-san's hands tightly. I won't leave you. How could I ever disappear from someone that I cherish so much? That was from my heart. Yet Iroha-san smiled with sorrow. Iroha-san, it's true. Well, when I've made up my mind, will you allow me to sleep with you?
Like, children are impossible, right? Like, I want to sleep with you right now.
I'll be waiting.
Well, the right moment. Okay. Yes, he said when the moment comes and I decide. Children are impossible, right? That'd be me. He'd be like, children are impossible, right? I mean, I'm not gonna get pregnant because, like, I don't want kids. I'm sure in this sense, saying that is more like the children are impossible, right? Like she's still debating if she wants to sleep with him, and that's got to be a no right there. I want to sleep with you right now. Definitely the answer I would like to go with, but he's saying, like, when I decide I'm ready for this. You want to be like, no, now. You're like, yes. Whenever is good for you, baby. I mean, here's the thing. As a woman, if you were seeing a guy and you were like, look, I'm not ready to have sex with you just right now. It's the first date. But, like, you know, I mean, I'm just thinking at some point, and he was like, I want to fuck you right now. You'd be like, douche. But if he was like, no, baby, whenever you're ready, you'd be like, oh, he's so nice. So, like, reverse, right? If he's like, so, like, when I'm ready, you're like, no, fuck me now. It's douchey. So I'm not going to be a Chad. Be, like, nice about it, right?
Yes, of course. I'll be waiting. I'll always be waiting.
Story of our life right there. I'll always be waiting, won't I?
And Spacey-san, thank you so much. It's like a dream. I want to keep this promise in some physical form. I put my arms around Iroha-san's neck and held his body tightly. From my arms or from my body. If only there was a way that I could express how happy I am.
Yeah, but he's not ready for that.
I would be so happy. Perhaps because he felt the same way, he gently stroked my hair with his hand. When an agreement is made, in Yoshiwara, it's common to give a part of your own body. A part of your body?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a part of your body, but you keep withholding it. God. I don't want to read it, though.
That made me shudder.
What does he mean by a part of your body? You're like, you're not going to chop my pinky off, are you?
Don't worry. It won't hurt. He softly smiled at me.
I mean, that's a lot. Oh, no, okay, right.
It appeared to be fairly different from what I imagined.
Yeah, I know, right?
May I have a little bit of your hair?
Hair?
Yes.
Oh, that's me. Yes.
Shall we trade? Yes, of course.
This is a little weird, but I mean, I guess it's better than my pinky, but cutting off a finger or something.
And please wait. I'll prepare. Iroha-san brought a small knife from the back. In a place like this, even something like that is beautiful. Iroha-san cut my hair, and in return, I received some of Iroha-san's hair.
And she's like holding this lock of hair, like, where do I put it, though? Put it for safekeeping in a bra that I'm not wearing.
I neatly wrapped his shiny black hair in rice paper and put it away in my chest pocket.
Of course, there's always rice paper fucking around and all these, right? Just randomly carry a bit. I mean, okay, so probably like normal, you'd be like, oh, let me get a tissue out or something. Like, okay, sure.
Late that night, when I woke up, I couldn't find the person who was supposed to be right next to me. When I put out my hand, the bed had already gone cold. I got out of bed and stepped out into the hallway for no particular reason. Then, slap. Among the silence of Kikuya, I could hear something being hit strongly. Oh my god, he's beating that dude. Smack. What's the sound? Curious, I walked forward.
Oh, he's being smacked with a bamboo stick.
Then, Iroha-san was standing under the moonlight.
It's the duty of the gentleman of the night to follow the rules of Yoshiwara. And that is what we should have been taught, is it not?
Smack.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. It won't happen again. Smack. This is what happened to Tokiwa, by the way. I'm assuming. Because he slept with one of Takao's ladies, right? And he got downgraded, but I guarantee you, he got the fuck beat out of him first. He got caned. So I just want you to remember that when this is happening, that Tokiwa went through this. Our poor, precious, innocent little Tokiwa. Because I love him too. Yudoha-san? A large adult is crying. The scene was so bizarre that I whispered his name without even knowing it. Spacey-san, why are you here? Why are you here, Yudoha-san? Why is this happening? And then he puts it... I know this sprite only has so many poses, but this is just so funny. He's like... Can you imagine him posing in the thing and you're like, were you just beating that guy? Pretty face pose. I wanted to ask him that, but I couldn't finish my sentence. He was holding a bamboo sword in his hand. Oh, well, that's different. He must have been hitting his back with it. This is my job as a manager. To make their bodies remember their own sins. To make an example for the other gentlemen. No. I couldn't hide my unease and took a step back. I mean, it's his job. She's gonna be like, I can't! You were beating someone! I mean... Better getting beat than being dead, and this is his job. It's not saying he's not like he's getting off on it. It's kind of rough. I understand that, be like, no, how do you do that? And he's, look. I don't enjoy it, but... Next to Yudoha-san, the gentleman was tied up and begging for forgiveness. Yudoha-san once again glared at the gentleman, and then... let's go back to the room. I nervously held the hand that he extended to me. My mind was filled with the pale face of those gentlemen. They were all scared of this. And just this one guy, they were all scared of this, which means... Tokiwa's conspiracy? What? Why is Tokiwa conspiring? Last night, I saw Yudoha-san punishing someone. If I could, I would never have seen it. But this is both the rule and the reality of Yoshiwara. The job of Yudoha-san, the manager. I should understand, but why does it have to be like this? Why does it have to leave me with such puzzling thoughts? I kept this unspeakable experience in my heart. The next day, I left the shop. Did something happen with Yudoha-san? Tokiwa-san, I miss you, pretty! Aww, our pretty little innocent one. All the time I was hurrying home, lost in my thoughts. Well, at the time, sorry. Tokiwa-san suddenly appeared from the side of the road with a vague smile on his face. Were you waiting to ambush me? Maybe. I have a favor to ask you. Me? Will you hear me out? Oh, of course I love you. I love all of them. Except for Kagero. You give a fuck less about him. Okay. Look. He's an asshole. And no. Nope. But the rest of them? I still love the rest of them! That depends. You're quite the tough girl. There was something behind Yudoha-san's expression. Tokiwa-san's expression. That's who we're talking to, so. So I was a little defensive. Come on, just hear me out a bit. You probably knew I was being retrained, right? Yes? I think that I've had plenty of training already. With a casual tone, Tokiwa-san started to get to the point of his conversation. You know, I only want to come back to being the top courtesan. And the manager, Yudoha-san, has the right to take command, so... Are you saying you want me to ask him? There's no way he would listen to something like that. Hey, don't get ahead of yourself. Just listen. I know that Yudoha would refuse. So, couldn't you say to Yudoha that you'd like to spend time with me? Huh? That's even more impossible. I absolutely don't want anyone else except Yudoha-san. Oh, I hear that loud and clear. But still, you can't refuse my offer, can you? What do you mean? Tokiwa-san brought his face straight in next to mine, and I took one step back. Yudoha used his position as a manager to commit a crime. Huh? It's strange that you came in and out of Kikuya, yet he didn't take any money from you. That's because we didn't do anything. Yudoha-san didn't really do anything bad. Don't you understand that it was wrong right from the start? I
He says that he's not a gentleman of the night, but he's doing a half-assed job at partnering up with you while not taking any clients. Is he supposed to be taking clients as a manager? What are you trying to say? It's a little too late to think about this, but maybe it was okay because of Iroha-san's position. I glared at Tokiwa-san, who had a facetious smile on his face. You saw it, right? The scene of Iroha beating someone. If the same thing happened to Iroha-san, is that what you're trying to say? He's the manager who runs Kikuya, so perhaps I was given special treatment. But if he talked with that one if he talked with the one managing Yoshiwara or the shopmaster, they would take action. That's what was insinuated. Depending on my answer, he might visit the boss of the red light district. Is that what he says? Yes. You understand quite well. Good job. You know what, Tokiwa? I love you and all, but this is shady. They're all fucking assholes in everyone else's route. Like, Iroha's just himself, pretty much, in everyone else's route. He's just the manager. But, like, all of them, like, Takao and Tokiwa, they're all, especially Kakeru, they're all dickholes in everyone else's route, just so you purposely don't like them? So, like, you're like, oh, Tokiwa, I love you, and then you're like, are you blackmailing me, you motherfucker? The actual fuck prick? I loved you so much. Like, I actually really like that. Like, I hate it because it makes me dislike. Like, right now, it's making me really not like Tokiwa. It's like being like, bitch, what? But I love Tokiwa. You know what I mean? Kageru, no, fuck him. But I love the fact that they kind of wrote it in and made them all assholes, just so you're not like, oh, I kind of miss him. You're like, I missed you when you first showed up, and then you say shit like this, and I kind of want to push you in the fucking lake now. I'm going to need you to come to the dock with me, and I'm going to tie some bricks to your feet. No, hold on. Push him off. Now you're not going to cause me any troubles. I wouldn't do that. I love Tokiwa, but I kind of want to punch him in the dick right now. That's all I'm saying. You're the only one who can save Iroha, you know. That made me feel frustrated and upset. How cowardly. I glared at Tokiwa-san. Oh, so scary. You're gonna mess up your good looks. I'm gonna mess up your good looks. Good looks. Wow, I kind of mumbled that out. Because he was playing around, I glared at him even more. Tokiwa-san quickly wiped that smile off his face. Yeah! Damn right you did. Am I scary? Do you think I'm terrible? In Yoshiwara, it's eat or be eaten. Gentlemen who take advantage of the manager get top customers. Some people exchange money for that. Everyone does stuff like that. Tokiwa-san quickly lifted my chin. Iroha-san did it too. He grinned at me, and then left like that. Everyone? They left a bad feeling. Oh, that left a bad feeling in my heart. A few days passed since Tokiwa-san approached me with that conversation. I had to do something. But there's no way that I could think of some ingenious plan. Alright. Spacey, when you're finished cleaning up there, could you carry this parcel? Okay, alright, I'll take care of it. I carried the parcel and then headed towards the place that was written on the order form. Then, I found a face that I knew among the crowds. Iroha-san. Look at how fine... Look at this. How do you not... Look, and then with the hand... How do you not... Sorry, I love this man. Maybe because he heard my voice, he stopped and turned around. And Spacey-san, I can't believe that I'm seeing you. It had truly been a long time since we had met. And this person who hadn't changed a bit made my heart go absolutely wild. But it's been a few days. He hasn't changed a bit! It's been like 3 fucking days, like not years. Why are you here today? I'm on my way back from a meeting. Iroha-san answered and then took a brief pause. What are the odds that anyone from the red light district meets outside the red light district? I'm just saying. Bullshit. Bullshit! Liar stalking me! And since you stopped coming for a few days, I've been thinking about it every day. His white, thin fingers softly touched my cheek. I thought about how great it was to interact with Iroha-san like this, tell him about Tokiwa. Honestly made me happy. As evidence of that, my cheeks had become very hot. What did I... Oh, what I did it worry you? Oh, was that... Wait, was that him? Hold on. What? Did he say that? I thought that was me asking if I... Okay, whatever. I don't know if that was him or me, and I just missed that, but I can't go back. Well, I'm assuming he was asking on that. Yeah. His worried eyes questioned me. Those eyes of his were heated to the point of sadness. What is he talking about? I can't understand. I thought it was terrible. Isn't it painful? Did what I do work? Oh, the beating. That's what he's talking about. I can't understand. I mean, I can't understand. I thought it was terrible. Probably not the right thing to say, because you're going to make him feel bad about it. Isn't it painful? I mean, are we talking about isn't it painful to get beaten? Yes. Isn't it painful to have to beat someone? Sure. Sure? Isn't it painful? It is not painful. It is all necessary to raise the name of Kikuya. I quickly averted my eyes from Iroha-san. What he was trying to say broke my heart. I want him so much. Even now. I want this person in front of me so much, but why do I have to lie? Then I could feel Iroha-san's gaze piercing through me from above. I held on and encouraged my trembling lips to open and speak. I've thought a lot about it. Girl, no! Tell him the truth, bitch! I want to end my relationship with the manager, Iroha-san. I think I want to spend time with Tokiwa-san, a normal gentleman of the night. No, I want to spend time with Tokiwa-san. In the end, I spoke in a small voice. Why? Why do we have to hurt each other? Tell him the fucking truth. How hard is that to be like, okay, so look, Tokiwa threatened me. So here's the deal. So if they found out that you weren't taking money from me, would you get in trouble? Yeah, okay, so you should take money from me is all I'm saying. Because someone, I'm not going to name names, okay? I'm not going to name names because I don't want to get anyone else in trouble. But they kind of threatened me that they would tell on you and blah, blah, blah. And I don't want you to get in trouble. So what do we need to do to fix this shit? I got to bring money. Here's all the money. Take money from me. Give it to the shop. And then we're good. And then they can't tell on you. Girl, why are you stupid? Jesus. Why? How could it be? What about our promise? Didn't you say that you would wait? Certainly. He must have a terribly hurt look on his face. I really can't look at his face like that. Iroha-san, I couldn't believe that you would do such terrible things. There was no way that I could accept someone like you who beats people, Iroha-san. So I thought I would ask for Tokiwa-san. Tokiwa is being retrained, so it's impossible. Iroha-san, you're the person that leads the shop, right? Isn't it up to you? So, your decision is final. My God, we're such an asshole. As I looked straight down at the ground, he pulled on my chin a little. Spacey, what are you doing? Sorry, I'm being called, so please excuse me. After I visited Kikuya, Iroha-san silently showed me to my room. And before I could wait long, the gorgeously dressed gentleman of the night, Tokiwa-san, appeared. Greetings. Were you waiting for me? Everyone in this route is a dick! Except for Kagura. He's the only one who hasn't hit on me, or tried to rape me, or been a dick. Takao is just being Takao, but still, being a dick. Fine. Your face seems to be saying that it would be better if I didn't come. Oh, I know. This is for Iroha, right? Biting my lip, I nodded to Tokiwa-san's words. Yes, atta girl. I wonder if you'd be going for me if not for Iroha. I don't know. Women should be likable. You should try and look at me the way you look at Iroha. Since it would bring you more pleasure if you were a little nicer to me. I'd be like, I don't want to be nicer to you.
Normally I would be nice to you, but you're being a jerk, and it makes me not like you, and it hurts me. It hurts! It really does. Am I the only one that's getting too, like... Why are you hurting me like this? I thought you were nice and sweet, and you're being a jerk, and I understand, but it makes me feel bad. It makes me feel bad about loving you. My face became hot as soon as I understood the meaning of those words. Well, let's go, cutie. Seeing my face, Tokiwa grinned. He softly put his arm around my back and very gently urged me. The Japanese paper that was wrapped around the hair I received from Iroha-san. I softly touched this with my fingers and decided not to run away. As soon as we entered the room, Tokiwa-san pushed me down. I have to make you mine right now, because you're a very dangerous lady. He said it in such a light tone, but his face and body were that of a man. I'm not like that at all. I mustered up all my courage to look up at Tokiwa-san. I think Iroha's gonna bust in. Could you imagine? We went through the whole thing with Kageto thinking, oh my god, he's actually gonna fucking, like, assault us when we were like, no. And then Iroha is like, no, fuck this shit. I'm taking her away. And then we get thrown in and then Tokiwa does it? No! I don't like Kageto, so, like, I could dislike him for that. But I like Tokiwa, and you're already making me dislike him, which hurts me a little, because I'm like, but I know we're not in his route, but I still like him in his own little bubble, and I don't want to think he's a terrible person, but he's being a terrible person right now. Please don't make him rapey too! Anyway. But I have started to feel a little bad for you. Oh well, if it's a mutual interest, then there's no problem. Tokiwa-san's fragrance tickled my nostrils. This entire room smells really syrupy, but that smell is not entirely unpleasant, and yet my body became stiff. And then I could hear a rowdy voice coming from the hallway. This voice, Iroha-san? In the next moment after thinking that thought, the owner of that voice pushed into the room, well, with enough force to break the door. Oh, thank God. Then he grabbed the shoulder of Tokiwa-san, who was on top of me. Get off her right this instant, Tokiwa! She's not yours to touch. Iroha-san, I can't understand what's happening. Anyway, my heart strangely went wild. Then, before I knew it, Iroha-san was changing. His emotions were sufficiently charged. Oh, now all of a sudden he's got, like, tattoos and shit. He didn't have that. Oh, well. Super emotions! Tokiwa, you tried to get in between Spacey-san and me, and for that you'll be punished. Don't be so reckless! Is Kageru-san good and Tokiwa-san bad? I'll determine that now. A shade of madness came across his eyes that were fixed on me. Look at him, so fucking beautiful. The attendants who had stopped also wouldn't approach us. This is surprising. Yes, surprising. Everyone there was dumbfounded. Because of this white-haired and because of his white hair and red ogre eyes. And probably because of that atmosphere of rage. Everyone get out. His low, growling and terrifying voice echoed out. I said everyone get out. Oh, terrifying. Everyone gathered there ran out to escape. Tokiwa-san also left the room while scratching his head. He's like, scary. He just walks out completely confused. He's like, Japan is fucking weird. Tokiwa-san, sorry. I had no idea what's going on. But if I didn't stop Iroha-san here, Tokiwa-san would get beaten. Oh, he's getting mad at us now. You dare call the name of that man with the same mouth that made a promise with me? Iroha-san, it's not it. Calm down a little. I am calm. The more I try to calm down, the more that my heart becomes dry and painful. Those red eyes emitted a light that was venomous with pain. It was like everything happening now was a cry for my help. And I'd be like, I just want you to understand this is how I felt when you denied me a million times. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Payback's a bitch. Such the wrong attitude to have right now. Like, I'm such an asshole, but... Why did you choose that man?
No, I didn't choose him. The person that I care about has only ever been you, Iroha-san. Then why did you do such a thing? Because I like you. I have absolutely no idea what you mean. As he said that, Iroha-san embraced me. The strength of his arms, his aggressiveness and roughness, made my heart go wild. Please believe me. You're the only one I want to see, Iroha-san. Only you. While embraced in his arms, I neatly formed words to express this feeling of mine. Spacey-san. I love you so much, Spacey. As soon as he said that, Iroha-san let go of my body and looked at me. How sad. What beautiful eyes he has. I just can't take it anymore. Oh.
I was like, when you told him, like, it's gonna happen, right? We're gonna get it? Yeah?
May I fulfill our promise right here and now? Promise? He didn't have to say anything for me to know what he was indicating. My heart isn't ready yet. I wasn't expecting that. That's unfair. My heart isn't ready yet. Bitch, yes it is! I wasn't expecting this. True, I wasn't expecting this. That's unfair! No. No. Where's the... Fuck yes! Where's the rips off clothes option? Seriously. Like, gets naked option. Where is that? Where's the yes? That's unfair. No. My heart isn't ready. Okay, so I guess I wasn't expecting... Well, I wasn't expecting this, but yes. I didn't expect that this day would ever come true. Okay. That's better. Okay, good. That's the yes option. Okay. The more that I thought preciously of you, the more that I couldn't lay a hand on you. Why does she look scared? Iroha-san's fingers slipped in from the gap in my clothing. The hot palm of his hand touched me, and I instantly felt a comfort that made my body burn. How embarrassing. I was so nervous that my body became stiff, yet if his fingers touched my bare skin, my body would respond whether I wanted to or not. Are you scared? No, I'm just really embarrassed. My body reacted on its own. I see. What an adorable reaction. They all say that. To feel such love from his fingers that touched me so gently, it felt strange. Until recently, the aroma of this room that felt very syrupy sweet, it made me feel so happy, and I felt that it was a wonderful aroma. This combined with Iroha-san's aroma.
That's the best that's gonna... I can't do that ever again.
Do my fingers make you feel good? Yes. Do you like my fingers? Yes. You'd like it? I like it. That's right. You've said it well. Okay, this is getting weird now. I was guided to further increase my sense of shame. How much more lewd could we get?
Oh, girl. Don't ask.
But only my fingers? What about a kiss? How about it? Spacey-san, I like it. Well then, as a reward, I'll give you a kiss. And the kiss that he laid on me made me want to have him take my everything. You're the first that I've wanted it so much. To find dear, and this is what it must mean. But, Iroha-san, that's everything you've taught me, right? Yes, that's right. Your first time will be mine. Spacey, is that okay?
Duh? Like, what the fuck kind of answer do you expect?
Yes.
She's like, fuck yeah!
The joy of that made a single tear run down my cheek. This beautiful person in front of me. Now I love and am loved. I want to carve myself into your body. I mean, that's a way to phrase it. Before I knew it, my bare skin was exposed. Iroha-san's fingers crawled up my body, and the palm of his hand made me feel warm. Then Iroha-san traced my body with his tongue. Dear God. Then, please don't make me read more. This is how we were able to fulfill our desires. Oh, thank God.
I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't want to read too much more. You know me. I'm like, okay, like I want the smut, but I don't want to read it. There are other games that are just really smutty, I've heard, and there's like and I just that's gonna be awkward as fuck to pick. Like, I think it's fashioning Little Miss Lonesome. We should play that because that is really bad from what I've heard. Like, it gets intense. Um, and there is an adult content patch to it, so it's like, should we put that in and play it to warn people? I'm gonna have to like bleep some. I don't know if like the CGs are worse or it's just like like the text. You know what I mean? Like they cut out the smutty stuff, but if you put I don't know, but we might have to take a risk, and it'll be even more. If you think this is awkward, just wait for that. But we have like 5 more minutes. Ah, sure. What the fuck? Let's continue. You did that to protect me. We're almost at the end, but what are you being so shy about at this point? Hey, come to me. I was guided to the bathing area to wash my body, but I stood there motionless near the entrance. Iroha-san extended his supple arms and extended his hand. When I took his hand, he grabbed me and tried to pull me. I lingered and my hand hesitated. Of course I'm going to be bashful. There's no way I'd be used to something like this. I see. But you're the one with the problem. I have absolutely no problem. What do you mean? I'll never get tired of seeing you get embarrassed. Please get tired of it. Resign yourself already and get over here. Though he said it in a soft and gentle tone, he seemed to be ordering me. I didn't mind this, so I obeyed. Yes. I reluctantly put out my hand. Then, like that, Iroha-san pulled my body in. This made me bounce straight into his arms. Iroha-san? It was all so sudden that I couldn't follow what was happening. The wild beating of my heart became even stronger. It's late, so your body is cold. It'll get warm soon. I'll catch a cold. Are you mad at me? No, it'll get warm soon. But it's warm inside your arms, Iroha-san. So I'll get warm soon. Oh, that's such a tame version of what my dirty mind was thinking. You say adorable things. Are those lips of yours inviting me? Fuck yeah. It seemed that it was Iroha-san, with his charming smile, was seducing me. And somehow, my body was washed while in Iroha-san's embrace. Woo! Good look. Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. I was like, how is this working? Okay, no. Okay. There's just a lot of legs going on. I'm just saying. There's like legs everywhere. But this is I'm sorry. This is we're getting demonetized. This one always gets demonetized anyway, whether it's not the CGs or anything. It's literally like probably because I say man-hose all the time. I don't know. Or I don't know, but this one's always demonetized. So but this isn't going to help. I'm tired. It's because you weren't being obedient, so you reap what you sow. It felt as if since this morning, Iroha-san had a much softer demeanor than that of yesterday. I was obediently being reserved, and even now... Do you not want to soak with me? No, it's not that, but it's embarrassing. And the embarrassment is necessary. I'm sorry, this is like the best thing, like a giant bathtub filled with nice hot water and you're like snuggling. Oh. Even though my bathtub is not that big, it's still a garden tub, but it's not like a nice deep jetted tub or like a deep non-jetted super deep tub. But it's still nice. You're like, yay. Okay, sure, barely your butt cheeks covered in water because like most tubs aren't really deep. Mine at least is deep, but like still not super deep. But it's always nice. You're like, yay, I'm just gonna chill out in the bathtub with a book and wine or even with another body. Still nice, all I'm saying. Even now, as we soaked in the hot water, Iroha-san was holding me and wouldn't let go. That is so nice, girl, enjoy it. I couldn't believe such a joyful day would ever come. I really couldn't anticipate this. However, doing this will make you forget the heart-wrenching pain of yesterday. But I still don't understand. Spacey,
Why did you suddenly choose Tokiwa? Tell him. Now that you mention it, I still haven't given him a proper explanation. I just got so overwhelmed with things yesterday. Don't get mad. Please just listen, okay? It felt like it was too late to say something like that, but I reminded myself that I can't let anyone else get punished again. Is it something that'll make me mad? Well, it couldn't be helped that I would stammer, but what would happen if I lied? You look like you're in a bind. I can't get angry if you're looking at me so imploringly. Really? No, well, just go ahead and say it. If you don't, I'll just get Tokiwa to cough it up. Wait! The glare in his eyes said that this would be dangerous. To calm the ogre with an Iroha-san, I held him tightly. Well then, you'll talk, won't you? Yes. I heard that a relationship between Iroha-san and me is a crime. If we continued our relationship, then you'd be punished. So the problem would be eliminated if I chose another gentleman of the night. It seemed that Tokiwa-san wanted to go back to being top courtesan, and we thought it would be to our mutual benefit. I see. So you did that to protect me. I silently nodded. You were cornered by a less than perfect situation. I did something regrettable. No! On my part, I acted selfishly. That's right. Huh? But thank you, Spacey. Iroha-san's long arms wrapped around me completely. It's like the longest we've ever sat on a CG, I think. After all, right now, I'm so happy it's terrifying. And you've taken a glimpse of Yoshiwara's dirty underside. And please be aware of it. The woman of the manager means that you'll get to know various dirty things. Is that so? Skirmishes with women, the act that Iroha-san calls punishment, and dealing with Tokiwa-san. From now on, would there be a variety of things jumping out at me? But it's okay, because I'll be with you. Spacey, I can't help... Oh, that's him. I can't help but want to hold you forever and ever. Why is it that I can hold back when there seems to be no tomorrow? Iroha-san traced the contours of my chin with his wet fingers. Then he slowly moved to my neck and then to my clavicle. You make me shudder. Are you still holding back now? Don't hold back anymore! Please don't hold back anymore. Of course I won't. Because I will remove all of your dissatisfaction. Nice. Though it seems like I won't be able to hold back under these conditions. You must be tired from yesterday, so let's restrain ourselves. His arms that were wrapped around my waist turned me halfway around. This is okay. Just for a little bit, right? And without giving me any time to answer, Iroha-san's thin lips touched and sucked on my skin. Ah! A tingling pain continued to run through my body and pricked me. Iroha-san! As if it were the final touch to complete everything, Iroha-san licked up the place that hurt and locked his gaze with mine. It contrasts beautifully with your white skin. When I looked down where Iroha-san's finger was caressing me, a red mark was carved into my skin. Beautiful, like a cherry blossom petal. These are my feelings of love for your body, Spacey. We're way over time, but I figured this wasn't going to be like 20 minutes of this scene. Because usually the scenes right after don't go this long, but Iroha-san lovingly caressed me again. It would be okay if it never disappeared. Perfect place to stop. Okay. Because we were in the water for a long time, we're prunes. But anyway, we'll find out what happens in the next part. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.